not realize that you're judged by the way that you look. Today, you can brush your way to sheer beauty. Let me show you how.
With a cool spook.
Oh, me and my mayhem ball outfit.
Girl.
Whoa, the pirate ship that I was.
I forgot about that.
The ghost pirate ship that I was.
Because you had chains all over your shirt.
I had chains all over my shirt. Then I bought chained boots. And then I had chains. I had my necklace that was a chain. And so when I was walking down your stairs, it was Redbeard the pirate.
Yeah, where were we running? We were running somewhere for some reason.
Through the
MSG? On the way home. The Penn Station to get the train.
To get to the
on
train.
the way back.
Yeah.
And Dan and I think Casey was, of course, a mile ahead of us because Mr., if we missed a train, I don't even know what he would do.
I know when I was running down your stairs.
Me and you were like, of course, behind Dan and Casey. Yeah. And you were, we were running down the stairs at Penn Station and you said, you're like, I sound like a pirate ship.
I sound like a ghost pirate ship. Yeah.
Davy Jones.
Davy Jones locker over
Girl,
there.
and I almost threw up laughing because it was.
I was
then
just
the rest of the run.
Running down the stairs. It was just like, yeah.
I couldn't stop hearing it. Like,
yeah.
Oh my God, it was so funny. Oh God. All right. Well, welcome back, everybody, to another episode. Welcome back. I'm Darlene McBride.
And I'm Susan McGillicuddy.
I was showing Kevin old Mad TV sketches because I was saying how Mad TV was always better than SNL. Oh my God. And there was a character, Darlene McBride. And we're like, that's so accurate to a country singer. Just Darlene McBride.
It's horrible.
McBride. Oh my God. Well, y'all, we are talking about
biblical brands.
Girl, yeah. Brands that bit the apple. Suffer the consequences of God's wrath.
As they should.
As they should.
Praise Jesus.
Don't judge lest you be judged.
Amen.
Amen. We are talking about brands that have either are closing, said they were closing, or are in trouble. It's so funny. It's even for me, like, getting back into like watching short form content of stuff like makeup, so on and so forth. I even feel like I'm starting to sense the end of this life cycle of like a dip in popularity in makeup, if that makes sense. Like maybe it's like a recession indicator. Like now that like where we are economically, we've been for so long, it hasn't gotten better that like, and it just looks like it's going to keep getting worse. I remember back in the day, someone said to me, like, recession-proof industries would always be like food, medical, and vanity. Like, people will always get their hair cut and their nails done. And like, because in a capitalist society, it's always more... Not always in a capitalist society, but let's just say our generation of capitalism switched from buying, furniture in your house that was so well made and it was expensive, but it lasted 100 years. I remember I watched a documentary where it explained, like, especially for millennials, the late stage capitalist thing was, okay, we know what we've done. We know you're never going to be able to buy a house. We know you're probably not going to do this and that and that. So it's about the little things. It's about the small things. And that's what led to the Amazon of it. The overconsumption, where it's like you won't be depressed that you can't afford a house if you buy something at Target every week, like something stupid, like little things, little treats, like that kind of culture. Oh, and it was a whole thing recently. Someone was explaining like a video essay all about Labubus. Like that's really what those kinds of fads. And the last time think about like Beanie Babies, but kind of the philosophy behind it is a Labubu is something that it's like they get built up in this way, whether it be psychologically, etc., where kind of manufactured both literally and in the socio like cultural space to go collect these things so you don't know like what's going on over there. Like these little things to distract you from the fact that like me just even trying to buy a used car, like that a 7-year-old not certified pre-owned Honda is $30,000 right now with like 80,000 miles. Like, but that's the economy and it's been that way for the past 4 years. I say that all to say, I feel like this is the first time I'm even seeing like fatigue in, I think, people's enthusiasm about it. Like I've never really seen in the past, like 10 years. So I can see how it's probably affecting all of those outskirt brands. I mean, we've talked about it a lot over the last like year, especially the writing on the wall of like Estee Lauder and certain companies. But
And you almost have to wonder at that point.
I couldn't help but wonder. Big died.
Yeah. And just like that with things like this happening and with the state of the economy and a big, like if I owned a brand, it is like, I can't imagine the panic if I was like a degular putting out nothing impressive.
Yes.
And some of the brands that I'm sure are going to, be talked about, they haven't done anything to set themselves apart in a beauty space that is so oversaturated.
Yes.
So now with the decline of like people spending money on beauty in general, if you're not going to do anything to set yourself apart, like a lot of these indie brands are doing that are really rising, and people are, spending money on them because they're cheaper or whatever the case might be. But even some of these drugstore brands that are tanking and going out of business, it just says to me that you never really had your pulse on what people wanted.
No.
And you weren't even producing products that you were proud of.
Yeah.
Because if they were really good products and you believed in the marketing, you would have, I don't know, you would still be here and you would still be afloat, because there are plenty of other brands that are doing it right. So it's just like, I don't know. It's not that it's like it was destined to happen, but a lot of these brands, it's like some of these brands, I'm like, okay, I knew you were never going to be a thing anymore.
And we've said it how long on this pod? They kept their business model as the brand that continued to make mediocre things because they were in the grocery store or Walgreens or CVS, and they sold as well as they did because they relied on the retail space they've had since 1995 that no one else has been able to claim. So they've just filled those shelves with mediocrity, hoping that people will go, oh, well, I need a new mascara. Let me try this.
Let me just get it. I'm
and
in
if
a
it
rush.
sucks, they're going to throw it out and they don't care because it was only $5.99, but it was quantity over quality anyway. But now people are in the headspace where they go, if someone is interested in makeup, they'd rather buy an eyeshadow palette or whatever the case may be, maybe from order it online, now that that's really been destigmatized in the sense that back in the day, we didn't trust online stuff as much as we do now. Now we would like order a baby offline. Like, you know what I mean? Like you can order a car, like Carvana, and it's still, which is still baffles me.
It's a car vending machine.
Girl, I feel like you talk about me feeling like a fucking 100-year-old when someone described that process to
like,
me.
what do you mean you get it from a vending machine?
No, like I was like, what? And any car or theirs? Like I just didn't get it. Like, oh, is it Uber Eats for cars? Like they bring you a car? I was like, it made no sense.
I still don't get it.
No, but that's so the world now that I think people trust even makeup from online and so on and so forth. We would rather maybe buy that $50 Blend Bunny eyeshadow palette that has everything we want and we know is top-notch quality that we're going to use for the next 5 years, opposed to let me grab it because it's convenient.
The
it's
quad
right
from
there.
Revlon.
Because people we're at the point where we can't buy a $7, or let's say, honestly, a $9.99 mascara. Let's be frank, that's the average, where people can't buy a $9.99 mascara that sucks only for them to throw it out. They can't waste that $10 when eggs are what they are. Like when groceries are what they are, which everything just got announced like 2 days ago. Everything is going through the roof. Meat, astronomical, coffee. Like it's insanity. So it's like, that's where I think brands haven't really adapted. Doing research into it, the crazy thing was I actually had to like dive in deeper and deeper and deeper, because the main ones that kept coming up when I was researching this, Estee Lauder company as a whole, Coty as a whole, which is a big umbrella company too. And I was like trying to get specific brands, but it speaks volumes how poorly the umbrella companies are doing. But the first one being Coty is apparently desperately trying to sell off CoverGirl. And specifically CoverGirl, they're like putting the feelers out to, and that's a brand in my mind that I go, like, think about things from CoverGirl over the past, like, 5 years. They've still relied on being, like, front and center in CVS and Walgreens and drugstore and grocery stores, et cetera, that people are going to maybe grab something they always used or grab something there or to be the starter brand for people. But it's like, that's not where the industry went. You didn't make any statements in the past 5 years. You didn't innovate. You didn't think about your long term. You still have a business strategy as if it was 2010.
Yeah, and I think there was almost more of a grasp, I would say, between like the 2010s into like with makeup and being daring, and especially with drugstore brands. Even Maybelline specifically always stands out to me with how many products they used to come out with that were so like Maybelline would really like push the boundary of like, what are we coming out with? Let's come out with innovations like the lacquer lipsticks that were really cool, that they came in bold colors and these amazing finishes that no one else had. And now looking at like, you know, the big three, L'Oreal, Maybelline, and CoverGirl, you walk into the drugstore and they almost offer all the same thing.
Yes.
It's ironic that L'Oreal owns Maybelline, but then looking at L'Oreal and Maybelline, it's like, it's so stale that I don't want to hear you complain about anything because you're manufacturing both of these brands. You know, you are in charge here as the umbrella company for your own and Maybelline. Yeah. And you are 2 of 3 of the big 3 in the drugstore, and it's all, you have so much space and you are taking up so much retail space for what? To have, I know, I'm not kidding, almost like fucking 20 mascaras in each brand, if not more.
Because again, girl, it's that business model of the grab and go. You're making makeup for like the checkout line.
Throw Great Lash by the register. Let's see if we can move them.
That's what I mean. Like,
it's disgusting.
You know what's like another the episode idea I told you about today, coming up soon, that came from my sister texting me and saying, "Hey, makeup question. What would you recommend to replace my?" She loves the L'Oreal hyaluronic serum in the dropper. She was like, I love it. She goes, but there's 14 shades and they are terrible. She was like, I need a comparable product with more shades. That has been one of the most popular foundations on the market, especially in the drugstore, for 4 years, 5 years. We haven't expanded the shade range more than 14.
Oh, they
14.
Will. When it's no longer a top seller.
4 years. It's been, and I'm not saying it's been out for 4 years. It has been popular. It's been hugely, immensely popular for 4 years, and you haven't expanded the shade range. But we're going to like redo Pro Glow and Pro Matte that no one's touched, and it's not what people go to the drugstore for. And you have a drugstore staple like the tinted serum, and you don't expand the shade range. Yeah. So now you're going to lose people for this exact kind of, like, that's that lack of adaptation. But then L'Oreal has come out with how many mascaras in the past 4 years?
Yeah.
How many failed concealers? Failed this, failed that, like failed brow products. Like the things that are just really
when you
fucking
go to
cheap
when you
make.
go to the eye and brow section in Maybelline and specifically L'Oreal and
God
CoverGirl.
Almighty.
Oh my God, how overwhelming it is. And that just also proves to me the stock formulas that you have, and you're just probably changing the brush and you're changing the packaging because it's a cheap way to make money. Because people, I'm throwing away mascara. I'm recycling mascaras, the quickest.
Yes.
Where when people need to try something new, they're not always trying new foundation. So I feel like their return on investment with mascara is probably greater than foundation.
Yeah.
Because people aren't like going out and buying their foundation the way they do mascaras. And
yes, the turnaround.
Oh my God. It's funny because I know someone that works for L'Oreal and she was even saying like how much it's been, and this was going back like a month or two ago, was saying just how bad things have been lately. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, no, I get it because it's hard with like, innovation not happening. And I said L'Oreal owns a brand called Urban Decay and they just threw Scandinavia under the bus. And then they're saying they're rebranding their whole brand to be more popular and more like how they used to be. And then they drop eyeshadow palettes that are garbage. I know. So I said, what do you like? Yeah. I said, what do you even like do about that? I said, you have this brand probably tanking you. I know. Losing money and what? I mean,
I
like,
know.
what are you supposed to do with these brands that are quite literally they're siphoning money from your pot? And for Urban Decay,
Girl, I can't. There is just so many beauty brands that like I feel like, and again, we've talked about it, especially when we did the Mac episode. Like, I just want to know if it's the umbrella company or the people who work for the specific
for this
brand.
company.
So, like L'Oreal, is it L'Oreal or is it Urban Decay employees? But who is keeping so many of these brands just on hospice? Hospice. Girl.
I think it's the physical brand.
It has to be.
I don't think it's the umbrella. I think the umbrella.
I think L'Oreal, they own too much to even really know
to have
what's
their
going
hand in
on.
that pot to be like, let's give you some creative direction.
Completely.
Because the way that I would go into Urban Decay, I would literally map out their gondola. And because you know how they have like the mock-up ones?
Yeah.
I would sit there and pull product off that need to be discontinued. And I would fill in the slots of, we're redoing this. No questions asked.
Yeah.
Sit the fuck down.
Yeah.
You have no idea what you're even doing.
No.
And the way that I could easily, I used to do this all the time, and I would go up to these brands when I was like working in Sephora or just freelancing, and I would just look at brands of like, this is what I would do to this brand and how to revitalize a brand.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why that not one person, not one team of people can just say, we are not doing this brand justice.
Yes.
What can we do? And if it does take putting half of your brand on fucking 70% off clearance and redoing everything, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, girl. Like,
you just don't give a shit.
No. Are you enjoying Beautiful and Bothered? Not feeling so fresh? You should subscribe to the Beyond Bothered Patreon, where we'll freshen you right up. We will. We'll freshen your makeup up. If you guys like Beautiful and Bothered, whether you've been a fan since the beginning or you're new here, make sure to check out the Beyond Bothered Patreon. It's like a whole nother world over there where you guys get after shows every single Wednesday of the month where we talk about everything from Overflow from here. We open PR in real time. We talk about our first kiss.
We talk about everything that doesn't make it into the episodes that sometimes we want to talk about, but for time's sake, we can't.
Absolutely.
So when we talk about, when we get heated about our favorite TV shows that we're watching at the moment.
And let's just say maybe the tea's a little spicier every now and again because we don't have to worry about the people we're talking shit about watching it. So there's that. So there's after shows every single Wednesday. And then the last Wednesday of the month is a full bonus episode. So full length bonus episode. And then with the beauty tier, you guys get all of the podcast stuff plus beauty videos every single week with, at the end of the month, a full beauty tutorial, like over 2 hours, that is anything from us doing new makeup to answering your questions about skincare and makeup and hair care in real time. It's just so beyond worth it over there.
Beyond worth it.
Beyond worth it. If you head over there right now, you will have enough content to last you probably 6 months.
All exclusive content. So this content gets posted nowhere else. This is just for you when you go into those tiers. So enjoy it.
So check out the link in the description box to head over to the Beyond Bothered Patreon and start having some fun, girl. Ooh. I just wonder, like, I walk around Ulta recently and I'm like, I look at things and I look at a whole gondola of like Urban Decay or whatever. And like, they just had the setting spray debacle, like whatever, like reformulating, where of course, I think I might have cut it from that episode because I got very heated and bitchy about it. But the whole thing about the Scandinavia of it all, where I was like, but they'll be fine because people are going to rush out and buy it just because they have to try the new one. They have to try it.
Even though they're keyboard warrior,
They were in the comments of Urban Decay saying like, justice for Scandinavia, free Britney. And I'm like, you don't care. You're not going to order Scandinavia off their website.
Scandinavia is not going to give you the brand deal.
Scandinavia is going to go out of business.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, this Urban Decay all-nighter setting spray the new one sold out in 5 seconds. It was like, I have not seen it in an Ulta. It sold out so quick. Anywho's, before that, what was the last thing Urban Decay came out with that like people were even interested in? I can't think of something since the, and this wasn't even like a hot thing, but I just remember it doing well, was the Hydromaniac Foundation, which that was almost 5 years ago. How have you been keeping the lights on for the past 5 years? I don't get it.
I think people literally are so pleased. And I mean this in the nicest way possible. I think people are okay with mediocrity. Because if they go to Sephora and Ulta and the best of the best is serving you that, well, there's nothing better than this. Yes, there is.
But from a business, how were they actually keeping the lights on with those sales? Who was buying anything other than All Nighter from Urban Decay in a big, big way for the past decade?
Right. Because they're high ticket items like complexion products that are 40 plus.
No one's touching.
Not that naked skin.
Girl, dust.
Because actually, you know what's so fascinating to me? Like with Urban Decay, that they're old formulas of everything. Remember the naked skin in the circular packaging?
Yes.
How iconic that was. The all-nighter. How full coverage and matte that was. That people loved it. People that loved it, loved it. The naked skin, when they reformulated that, I remember working at Sephora at that time saying this is the biggest mistake they're ever going to make because people were outraged. Yes. And I agree. That formula of the original naked skin
foundation
was so fucking perfect on
even
people.
The concealer. Because they reformulated from the square to the circle concealer. Then the tube was the circle naked skin. You remember? That's when I was there with you.
No. It was circle then square.
Circle gets the square.
Yeah, because then it went all circles to squares. Because I had the old circles in my kit. And then when the new ones came out, they were all square because the new naked skin was in like a rectangle with like the piece missing out of it.
I don't remember this.
You don't remember? Look up the circular original naked skin concealer and foundation. They were all circular. Circular.
If it's circular, it's historical. Urban Decay naked skin circle. Just type. Oh, diva.
And had the paddle applicator. Yeah.
Oh. Miss her. We used to use her all the time.
I had those in my kit. And I had the all-nighter ones in my kit. Oh my God.
Good. Like, what did you do?
And then when they reformulated...
I need to see the foundation.
Oh, the foundation is... But then when you reformulate something like that, the old phrase, if it's not broke, don't fix it. What did you do that for?
I know, girl. Wow.
Because you made it arguably worse. The shades were horrible in the reformulation.
Yellow. Worse than NARS at the time. Because remember, we all loved the naked skin concealer, especially because I loved it because I hated the NARS concealer, which everyone fucking loved when we were at Sephora. And I used the naked skin concealer. Yep. And then when it got reformulated, I would go to use it. And I was like, these are more yellow than
anything.
I can't use these on a human being.
No. And they were like the shade range was like 40 CN. I'm like, no, baby.
Whatever that
means, because it's not cool neutral.
Okay. And then, yes, this is what they... reformulated it too.
Yeah, with the piece missing out of it.
God, I just clicked on that image. God, I wanted to have it to show you guys, and it just says image coming soon. Image coming soon.
It's been out. I think it's already discontinued.
Yeah, is this still exists?
I think it's actually
still living.
She's still living. No, I don't think it is.
Yeah, no. Oh God, because then they had the Quickie.
Oh no, it's still a thing.
The Quickie concealer.
Quickie.
Which they paid influencers to say it was so good. Manny was saying he was using his foundation.
Oh, there's 6 shades on Sephora.com. All sold out, so that's getting pulled. But yeah, love that. The Quickie was arguably one of the worst things I've ever tried in my life.
And I mean, even the new one.
Face Bond. Because that's beautiful.
You talk about one of the hardest things I've ever... That was so... when your skin is at... What's that?
Remember All Nighter? When this came out, the full coverage matte one.
Oh,
and
God, they're really getting rid of everything.
Oh yeah, that's been gone for years.
She done had hers.
She already done had hers.
What did you just show me?
Face Bond.
Face Bond. Thank you. I use that, and if your skin is perfect and you work with it just the right way, I feel like that was one of the first iterations of this kind of a silicone foundation that we now have much more perfected in the Natasha Denona and the Mario and the so on and so forth. But the Face Bond, I mean, if you did not blend it quick enough, if you had one drop of dry skin, it was just so difficult to work with. And it cracks me up because you look at the circular foundation and concealer of the naked skin from Urban Decay. We pulled all of that and we got rid of all of that just to come out with, again, a sex pun product of Quickie. The Quickie. Because that's what everything needs to be.
Because I need to do it in the car.
I need to get act quick.
And their marketing of it, do it in the back seat, do it in the office bathroom, where we got to get it done, do it quick.
Girl boss.
Like...
I hate it. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like that, girl, all of it. We got rid of so much good shit for this, that. Like that era, the past like 4 years has been so rancid of like who's been making these products and doing these rebrands with these brands. It's just been awful. And I feel like it's getting better. Like we see what like Mac's done recently, but only some brands have like gotten with it in the past year.
There needs to be a resurgence. And I do think that we are getting there, even with like Hung Van Gogh now in Sephora, kind of like Sephora feels like it's a black and white movie, and Hung Van Gogh started to make it Technicolor again.
Pleasantville.
Because I was like, oh, what's going on here? I was like, oh, so we start to have an identity again where we can say, this is my brand identity, and it doesn't have to look like everybody else.
Yes, because let me say this, is that Sephora would never let Hung Van Gogh have those eyeshadow palettes in Sephora. First, because he's not a big name. B, that's a big swing to have that many colors in a launch from a brand that isn't Selena Gomez, isn't Hailey Bieber, unless trend forecasting from Sephora anticipate somewhat of a return of color in the coming months or year. So hopefully that's a sign that the trend forecasting of maybe where makeup is going to go over the next couple months / year is going to be in the vein of kind of like what people always joke around about, like recession pop and recession music is always more like fuck it. Because that's kind of the attitude of like, okay, well, if I'm going to be broke and poor, I'm going to listen to Mayhem by Lady Gaga and wear pink eyeshadow. Wacky! Like, but that's the vibe.
That's what I don't understand, because even the brands like...
I done been in the recession.
Yeah, like HAUS LABS is even taken as a backseat with how daring it was on Amazon, and then come to Sephora with this clean girl aesthetic. I'm so fucking over it.
Can we talk about that? We have not talked about that. What the fuck is HAUS LABS doing on their Instagram?
Oh, rebranding again?
Deleting all of their photos and then just posting like pictures of
dumping
her
paint?
Lady Gaga covering herself in foundation and the of course so pretentious.
They were like, "Born this way, Art Pop! Art Pop Act 2 is coming!" No, it's not. Baby, it's not. It's a foundation ad. It's the foundation ad. It's okay. It's not the Born This Way shoot by Nick Knight. It's not the Art Pop resurgence of Act 2. It's not coming.
It's the same thing y'all did when she rebranded it the first time. But that we knew we weren't getting anything fun when she posted that 70s green with the picture. With the turquoise eyeliner.
And then this new one with, I love our tan gold brown and logo.
With the pretentious captions of liquid is art. Art is New York art. Art with that horrible drag song. What was that?
Season 8. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like
Bob
Sasha
was
Velour, Alexis Michelle.
Oh, that was season 9
or whatever. It was like they came out with it. No, it was like the girls did it separate from Drag Race, but it was all Rue girls. But it was just like Sasha Velour was just like art, and art. So that's what Gaga gives me, like just an insufferable art student. And I'm like, you deleted
buckets
all of your
paint.
After rebranding, you deleted all of your Instagram photos to repost yourself covered in just foundation with like these cryptic
as if the foundation hasn't been out for years.
And I wondered, bitch, because then the only thing I thought, I was like, you talk about the rigmarole of fucking the Allure Awards. I was like, did they do all this 2 seconds before their foundation won the Allure Award so that it was like synergy of like, we know the Allure Awards are coming out. We know our foundation won the best foundation. So we should really lean into our whole brand identity
and then rebrand it. Yeah.
That's the only thing I thought. But I'm like, that seems like a lot to do for like.
But it's weird that all the promo images and everything, people are acting like it's all brand new.
What is this new aesthetic? This looks like.
Ew.
We love foundation. Our video campaign celebrates freedom of expression and our clean promise. A foundation that's good for your skin with 20 active ingredients. New Vision, The Art of Beauty, September 12th. as if it was a launch of some sort. Another foundation. Then on September 12th, they posted that.
Like, what are we?
What is this?
So what are we saying about the foundation?
What's the art of beauty?
Dumping yourself in paint? I can't with her covering her self in paint.
What is this?
Peanut butter baby.
What are we doing? And then even like, girl, tell me it wasn't because they knew they won the fucking Allure Award.
But I don't understand.
But that's a lot to do for Allure. She ain't worth that. Allure is not worth this, you know?
Was it just, I'm just not understanding.
And this is giving, like, now even the way their Instagram looks, tell me this isn't giving one of, like, L'Oreal's Instagram. Like, where it's an overly corporate, like, curated, like, just,
do you know what I think it is?
It's not like reposted videos from people that feel very relatable. It's like the studio shots, like, of...
Do you know what I really think
sterile.
this is? I really do think it's... Think about all the products that HAUS LABS has come out with and discontinued already in this rebrand. The Atomic Shake lip lacquers were pulled and never brought back.
Yeah.
We had the eyeshadow, the eye palette library things last holiday that were that. Every other campaign image and everything. Because even when you go to like all the eye paints, all of those videos and all of those products that are no longer available on their website, I think that there was too much promotion of product that didn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
So they had to say, uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they really were saying like there's too much on here that we have to like, their aesthetic was all over the place.
Yes.
It was this like green teal background. We have chartreuse fucking liner.
I know.
But then we have the eye paints that no longer exist.
Yes.
And then we're saying that we're like promoting these, but they're all fucking gone. So I'm like, what the fuck are you saying at this point? So I really do think they were like panicking.
I don't get it.
I think that because they know they're going to start to promote something, their hero product that is never going to go away is this foundation.
That's what I mean. It just feels like they're driving this home to be like their main focus. And then you talk about taking the life and the color away from the brand. Now the Instagram is just beige and whatever.
When I look in the mirror, I see art. I can't.
I can't. I can't. It's so cringy.
She said, Freddie, put the good blonde on. I'm going to cover it in paint. Come on, Mark. Dump paint on me.
Come on, Mark. Anywho, what the hell was I looking up before? Oh, and then Flower Beauty just announced that they're closing.
Girl, the yellow 40% off stickers in every CVS on those products ripped and torn to shreds.
And I done knew she was done.
I mean,
I just knew she done had already done.
When you see Miss Flower Beauty and she has the mustache drawn on with eyeliner, you know she's getting discontinued.
When she's getting defamed and disgraced.
Miss Drew, it has a drawn on mustache.
Miss Drew done got drawn on. And I knew it a while ago, but I mean, I used to love Rare Beauty, Flower Beauty.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that? Remember that lip thing I used to love? That twist up and it was like the plastic. It was like the clear and it was glittery. Oh my God. It was the best, most hydrating lip product I have ever used. I know if some of y'all have followed me for a long time, you know what it is. The Flower Beauty. Oh God.
Because the color correctors. Oh my God. Those color correcting sticks were amazing.
Petal Pout. And they used to make a clear, which is what I loved because of course the colors were fucking clear anyway. But there was a clear one and they got rid of it. Now they only have 2 shades, but that was the packaging. And it was clear and glittery. And I used to put it on like a Psychopath. It was my favorite, like, that was my go-to. It looks so familiar. Product. Even the foundation was amazing.
I never tried
it was like a light reflecting foundation, the concealer,
the powder setting spray in an aerosol can.
But Diva, that was so innovative way back then.
I know.
Even for her, loved the bronzers. I had the warm and the cool, the baked formula.
Oh, I never tried that. I tried the liquid, the contour ones. Yeah. Those were pretty good too.
And then they had all the baked blushes. We're going back like 5 years. But I knew the writing was on the wall like for the past like 2 years because it's just been getting like taken more and more out of CVS.
And every time you're in a CVS and you see a yellow 40% off stickers and it's been ripped open and swatched 3 times.
I know. Oh, girl. I didn't realize that they were obviously founded by Drew Barrymore, but it was a incubator brand.
Oh, I didn't know that.
By Mesa, Maesa. I thought it was interesting that this Mesa company also owns Kristen S. the hair care, which I think, is that in trouble too? Because Mama's seeing stickers. I was seeing stickers even on.
I like their stuff.
Because isn't that the dry shampoo I just bought?
Uh-huh.
I love that. The brown dry shampoo from Kristen S. It was almost impossible to find the brown dry shampoo version on Amazon. And then I think I was in an Ulta and I saw discount stickers on the Kristen S stuff, the hair care. They own Heritage, Being Frenchy, Finery, that we just did all on Patreon. We just unboxed a bunch of Finery fragrances. Mix Bar, Niches and Nooks, Cozy Place, and ITK. I'm not sure about those, but those are the brands that they own, and Flower Beauty they owned. But officially said that they're closing, which that was super
That's
a bummer. Because that I was always surprised it didn't. But I mean, I said it, I kind of know why. I said it 5 years ago when I loved the brand. I used to always say, like, they didn't wear beauty themselves. Like, she kept the makeup in CVS for white people. Like, we never expanded. She just never, I don't know, they never invested in like expanding when it was getting more popular. They didn't.
And talking about it on your talk show once a month isn't going to sell it.
Diva. And I mean, even by the time I feel like she got that talk show, it was already, the writing was on the wall. That it was like doomed.
I mean, and that fascinates me because I do think that celebrity brands, this is why I think they just think it's always going to work because it's them.
I know.
And it'll sell. It's me.
It's me. It's me.
Is that what you're known for, Drew?
Girl.
Looking like
exactly.
You put on a lot of makeup? Is that what you're known for?
And even is that why people like you in the sense that like they look up to you as this, like, no. And I don't mean that in the sense that like they don't look up to her as a beauty because she's beautiful. But I mean,
you're not a makeup mogul where I'm like
where Selena Gomez grew up in the social media generation where there was an era of girls that did look to, if she bought army pants and flip-flops, they bought army pants and flip-flops.
Yes.
But Drew Barrymore, like, you were an actress. Like, you were not like.
And her glam was never like
statement
sought
making.
after.
Yes.
I'll say that.
Yeah, maybe back in the 90s, but not like.
But not as of recently of when you launched the brand.
And that's not the brand you launched, let's be clear. You Flower, like you launched Peace, Love, and Gal on the Go.
Sit on your lap and tell me your life story.
Blush stick with use your finger. That's not what, like her in the 90s with the white eyeliner and the Cinderella eyeliner with the thin brows. She had some cunty moments, but that's not the brand you came out with. Like,
no, and she wouldn't come out with that because that's not.
And you came out with Almay, girl. Like a little bit spicier of an Almay. Like, so
eye makeup remover pads.
Yeah, like what are you doing? Like,
I don't. Yeah, so, I don't know. In a weird way, I don't feel bad for these brands because you took no risk. You didn't. There was no innovation either past a certain point where you came out with these stellar products that were so good, but you didn't know how good they were because A, you never restocked them.
Yeah.
And B, you never took it the step further to be like, what can we pair with this?
Yes.
Oh, we did color corrector sticks. Let's do concealer sticks in the same fucking formula.
Exactly.
But no, that's too hard.
All they're doing is coming in my DMs asking me if they can repost my video for free. That's what they're spending their energy on. And Mama left him
DM them now and be like, sure.
Go ahead. Sorry for the late response.
Just saw this.
Girl. Oh my
God.
Go
for it,
yeah,
diva.
Go ahead, diva. Like, go ahead, girl boss.
Go ahead, girl boss. I don't want to gatekeep my content.
Oh my God. And then Cody, I want to read here. So it was warning signs, etc. So it was considering and selling off and spinning off these legacy mass market lines, CoverGirl, Rimmel, Sally Hansen, and Max Factor.
Yep.
The mass beauty segment has been declining in sales. Cody reported a 10% drop in revenue in consumer mass beauty. Heavy debt load and competition, both, especially from drugstore all the way up to prestige. And what could be the nail in the coffin is if demand continues to drop and cost pressures, supply chain, raw materials, inflation, tariffs persist, those brands might lose shelf space, marketing, investment, or be sold off. It's also reported that Cody, basically, their goal is to just like become a fragrance company. Like they're going to get rid of everything but their fragrance, which they always kind of were. And then they tried to get into makeup badly and
then
didn't.
I feel like buying Kylie
Very badly. They didn't do it bigly. Oh, that was a mess, girl. Because did they buy Kim and then sell it back to her?
Yeah.
Kim just bent them over and like fuck them raw. Yeah, you can buy it from me. Now I'm going to buy it back for more.
Yeah.
Like she made money off them twice.
And closed her brand right after.
Yes. Girl.
Bought it and then closed it.
Sold it to Cody. Bought it back for cheaper than they sold it. And then closed it.
Yeah. And said, oh well, flop.
For like bought it back for like nothing compared to what they paid her.
Yeah.
But they knew that that was the most money they were going to make back rather than
nothing.
Diva. Like, what are you doing?
And then close. I don't understand. Again, Kim had such a good thing going for her years ago. Mm-hmm. Why the rebrand?
I know.
Your fragrances and makeup were like, people were obsessed with your line. Why change it?
What a fever dream that was KKW Beauty.
But it was, that's what I really can't wrap my head around it. Like when somebody has something so good going for them, clearly making you a lot of money.
Imagine having that much money that you could do that. Just like make a brand and then like, I don't even know.
Peace
like,
out.
Forget about it.
I don't want it.
Like just be like, nah, never mind. Like a couple, like that's wild.
It's just so selfish to me because something
it shows
that's
you
like,
how much work they put into it. It means so much
nothing to them. But when it comes out, this is my baby, this is my dream, this is my fourth kid, this is KKW.
They act as if they put it. I've been working on it for 2 years.
No.
That's not what you said.
No, because like the 2 years that you've been working on it, 2 years ago you said, I want to make money. How do I do it?
You literally.
And someone said, come out with makeup.
Girl.
That's when it started. Don't even fucking play with me right now.
I even found it fascinating too. Shiseido, massive profit plunge recently. A 73% drop in operating profits this year. Honey Baby Diva.
Which is kind of crazy because they are the umbrella company that own Drunk Elephant, Dr. Dennis Gross. And I know for a fact that they are struggling.
Yeah, bad. Oh, I mean, no one was surprised about Youthforia. That was funny, girl.
Who?
Girl, that Youthforia actually closed after that debacle.
Well, that
is wild. After
that,
all that,
I gotta say,
foundation.
I gotta say, like, the writing was...
Karma's the bitch.
Yeah, like, you should have known better. Because you know what? That was an expensive mistake for a very, very small... You didn't even have a one bay. You had a half a one bay.
Girl.
And your stores... One product fucked up your whole life.
And I still to this day need to know if it was out of pettiness or stupidity. I have to know.
I think it was...
It had to be petty.
I think it was petty.
I think it was petty.
I think that they tried to do...
That black foundation, pure black pigment. It had to be petty. You know, you can't be an intelligent human being who works in the cosmetic space and not have someone along the lines from development to launch tell you this is not possible.
If it had a undertone, it wasn't just black paint.
Someone told you. They had to have. But it had to be like a you, fine, we don't have the good shade rain. Here's a black.
Here's the darkest shade.
Which, if that's the case, then it's karma. Like, that's crazy.
Pigment. It's just black pigment, but okay.
Wild.
And I don't feel bad for them. I really don't. You wanted to act like a bitch, and well, good luck to you. Have fun in the unemployment line. So
rough, girl.
See you never.
And then another one I thought was fascinating at risk brands was Glossier. They laid off 80 corporate staff, 1/3 of their corporate workplace recently, and admitted internally, quote, got ahead of ourselves hiring, and that certain projects distracted from focusing on the core business and scaling.
This is where I will go down with the ship and always say this, that going into Sephora doesn't always make you profitable.
No, girl.
Because I feel like the second they went into Sephora, that was actually the last month I was working at Sephora when Glossier launched. And I remember fulfilling online orders and it was popping off, but the lip balms.
Yes.
Nothing else was really it was really the boy brow and the lip balm.
Yes.
Just because you launch in Sephora with the Tube does not mean that people are going to flood and buy fucking everything from you. You are not Fenty Beauty when you launch. You aren't doing anything revolutionary. Cut the fucking shit and keep it moving.
Yes.
Keep it fucking pushing.
Yes.
And I never, ever, ever, ever understood the hype with Glossier, especially when it was like hard to get, when it was online and then there were stores in New York or whatever, like pop-ups and shit. I remember trying Boy Brow.
New York
in the spring. Ooh. I never got it. I never understood. When I tried Boy Brow, I said, this motherfucker.
You've always said you never liked Glossier. Like you always like had this take on Glossier.
When you look at Glossier and you look at the entire assortment, what are you saying?
Yes.
That I'm supposed to goop, 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 goop and put lip balm on and then Boy Brow and then just...
Girl.
Walk down the street with cloud paint separating as I wear it.
I hate it. And that's why I'm such a big believer. Two things. If you are going to go in Sephora, every SKU, because basically what you're, if you're going into a Sephora as not a rare beauty where Rihanna could have pooped in a tube and people would have bought anything and everything.
Yeah.
When you're a no-name, i.e. Glossier, coming into Sephora, Hung Van Gogh, you're hoping one of those things takes off. If it does, that's why you need to make sure every SKU is conveys the goal of what you want to do as a brand. Because from that day on, if you launch in Sephora, Kevin Beauty, and your lipstick for some reason takes off, your lipstick in packaging, formula, aesthetic, everything better be what you want in essence to anything else you ever make after that.
Yeah.
Because you are then going to be the lipstick guy. So if you want to build on that, and that's the thing with Glossier, the first thing that took off was because of, I guess, children, I don't know, was like lip gloss, like nothingness. So then everything from that point on was like, well, we need to ride the week because now we're the lip gloss people, we're the whatever. So let's make these nothing sheer like things.
Flavored lip balms.
Literally. That becomes your aesthetic. And I think then also to your point about going in Sephora isn't always the best way when you're not really established yet, is because I almost even felt this way on social media. And this is maybe a weird metaphor, but I thought this while you were talking, is like, that's how I kind of felt when I was on social media and blew up with my stuff. Was I almost, like so many other people, I feel like it took them, like how Robert always said, like, oh, I've been doing this for 10 years to break 1 million on YouTube. Like, I broke 1 million subscribers and followers on TikTok and YouTube in a year because of my comedy skits. And then I became the comedy guy. It's so fast that, like, no one, obviously people did, you guys especially, but for the, let's say, 10% of my audience cared, but the other 90% of my audience, they didn't care about my beauty videos. They didn't care about my life. They didn't care about me. They didn't care about anything. They were just in my comments saying, put the towel on more, you stupid bitch. Yeah. That's all they cared about. And it was almost too much of that attention too quick on a huge, and I'm putting the metaphor of like blowing up that quickly, that level of like 3 million followers on all these platforms, boom, boom, boom. So in less than a year, that's going in Sephora and having a hit product. You are that thing forever.
Yeah.
That's all you are good for. Yeah. And think of the brands that had that. Drunk Elephant, Glossier. Like those were Rhode, I guess, is doing something behind the scenes I'm not understanding, but but granted, fade. they also only have 4-5 SKUs. So let's try to launch more and see what happens.
It's going to fail.
That thing,
eventually.
Like when you're known as that thing, it's very difficult to expand upon yourself. That's almost why I needed to like desert that and start this over here, because I was like, let it speak volumes that like I was like, oh, I need to start an entirely new endeavor that I can talk about makeup, because I can't really talk about makeup on my social media pages that have 3 million followers, because 90% of my audience is so disinterested in it that the algorithm doesn't show these to anybody. So I had to desert it. Like, that's what happens when you go into a grand scale like a Sephora so quickly and something takes off is you are that thing, that aesthetic. What that one product delivered is what their people are going to have a very hard time not accepting in anything else you try to do.
Yeah.
And that's like, to me, even the HAUS Labs of it all, you had this thing, you had a rebrand that you miraculously survived in a very...
And did better.
And did better in an interesting way, because I guess you did know the trend forecasting of the... Oh, brother. The clean girl, like, you know, bullshit. Oh, good for you.
But now we're going towards art.
What does that mean?
Are we going towards the future is
the irony
clean
of calling,
or the future is art?
And the irony of calling this the art, I miss art, while covering yourself in beige. Where is the art? You're covering yourself in beige. That's like saying art and posting black and white photos. What do you mean art? What's the art? What do you mean? Like, half your gondola is like just...
Yeah.
You took away blushes. HAUS Labs has had gaping empty spaces on their gondola at one point or another for the past 2 years.
Yeah. And I really don't understand how we launched with 5 to 6 shades of their setting powder and now only have the translucent. So we're regressing.
Because it wasn't good.
So now, because it wasn't good, so why not just get rid of the translucent and then come out with a better powder?
Yes. Which, good for the time, I think they had a very good, they were one of the very first to jump on the talc-free train. But because again, though, girl, especially with this rebrand that it went right in Sephora from Amazon, they were in bed. I feel like Sephora used HAUS Labs to like launch the clean bullshit to the next level. To the level that it is now.
To saying that we're taking this brand.
Yes.
You know it's coming back and you know it's going to...
And let me just say, and Lady Gaga had such a little idea of what she was doing that she was more than fine letting the corporate executives of Sephora tell her what her brand was going to be.
Yeah.
And I will die that's what happened.
And when it first came out, there was so much color.
She said, this is flopping now on Amazon.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with this.
Yeah.
Tony Bennett's dying and I'm in distress.
Take the brand.
I don't know what to do with this. Sure, Sephora corporate executives, what should my brand be? And they told her.
And I feel like she was the original blueprint of Hung Van Gogh. And the reason why I say that is because of the high power pigment paints with the assorted rainbow. And it was so cool. You can mix and match the colors. They actually like... The matte ones worked well. The shimmers, not so well.
No.
But the idea was there.
The
and they were so good. Discontinued every color.
I still have my black. Talk about expired.
I still have them.
I love them.
I have every single one that I bought because I refuse.
I know.
They are so good, but those didn't sell. So let's get rid of every ounce of color.
Yeah.
Including the liners. There was a pink, there was a red, there was a blue, there was a chartreuse. They had everything.
Yes.
But let's get rid of all identity of color here and go after the mass market appeal.
And then the holiday eyeshadow palettes 2 years ago and never again. What a weird thing. The lip shakers we've abandoned.
Because something was wrong with the formula, but that was so innovative and you were so up our ass with that formula.
And now we came out with those contour sticks, which just to me, I don't know, I find them a little diabolical every time. You talk about...
Clockwork.
No product, like just like I don't know what's going on.
I feel like there is going to be a point where people are going to start to revolt back and just start to say, this is boring, this sucks, I hate it. But people are already saying it. They're like, where's the color? Where's the fun?
I know.
And I do think it's coming, but not from every brand. And I think that Hung Van Gogh is the start of that renaissance, if you will. This is where I'm leaving it to like the indie brands like Blend Bunnies and the Gourmand Girl Cosmetics that are doing these fun, high pigment, high performing palettes.
Yes.
Because I don't want to see no boot nasty fucking chalk shimmers in Sephora because that's all we're going to get.
Hung Van Gogh. Like Diva, like those
I have to Hung Van Gogh
girl.
too.
I know. Like, girl. And everything else is so good.
Hung Van Gogh on clearance.
Last but not least, I mean, no surprise here, CoverFX is reportedly. CoverFX, they're what?
They didn't already go out of business?
No, they're on like Amazon. Like a lot of shit, girl.
Well, girl, Amazon is the death sentence. They're just.
I know the last
You
step,
go on
but
Amazon and I'm looking for P20.
We're selling off the tables and chairs.
Well,
Yeah.
we have
I'm looking
P10
for
and I have P10 and P30. Why don't you mix them?
We have P20. That is such a deep cut, like Sephora employee. Fuck you. I have P20. Yes, and nothing else. It comes up as a single item on Amazon. You can't change the shades. Yeah.
It's P20 and N110. And you're like,
I
What
can
do
make
I
P20 work.
I'll make it work. Yeah.
Girl. Yeah, multiple reports. On social media, it's heavily discounted, always on sale, reduced. So, I mean, that's sad because Cover
FX was so
it
good.
had pretty cool stuff. And then I have to say, another brand I honestly wanted to talk about way more, but we just, as usual, Lady Gaga draws us in. Talk about HAUS LABS. Did not plan on bringing up HAUS LABS at all. Revolution, girl, Makeup Revolution. So apparently,
Closing?
No, but it's not looking good. So they've been struggling for a very long time. Apparently. And also Jen Love posted about this. I watched her video a while ago, and then based on what I researched, they've been trying to sell their brand apparently for years. The original founders of it, and this is what Jen was saying, the original founders founded Revolution Beauty and then did shady shit, like when the brand kind of took off, like basically placing orders that never got filled to make it look like they were selling more than they were to maybe like get into spaces, etc. Once that got found out, they never reported it to like the British IRS, whatever that is. Yeah. The Queen.
The corgis.
Yeah. And they left, and then they've been trying to sell the brand forever, and they got an offer. Someone was interested in it. They backed out. Then they got an offer. It was too low. So Revolution basically like took themselves off the market and said, okay, we're not going to sell anymore. And they brought the two original founders back to try to like, I don't know what, like save it or something, which one of the founders now started another beauty brand. So he's only coming on to Revolution as like a consultant. Also issued a profit warning. Shares dropped to a 2-year low, which that was also a result of the offer that they got. And then they said, no, that's not high enough. And then they took themselves off the market to be sold. Their share dropped. Wow. There are delays in contracts or retailer deals, which are pushing revenue forward. Frequently harvests, quote, from online trends, but that's fickle. When online buzz fades or retailer support weakens, momentum can drop sharply. Meaning, so frequently harvest, what else does? Just like if Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, we're going to make a Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. But the irony is like, I feel like Revolution has kind of gotten away from the dupe stuff, and they've actually been the Skin Silk Foundation and their new translucent powders, and I feel like they have been making more original stuff. The IRL Foundation, the IRL Concealer, and believe it or not, they were actually one of the only brands back in the day that I loved their licensed collaborations.
Yeah.
I miss all of Revolution's, like the Looney Tunes and the Simpsons and
yeah.
I have all those. I loved all of those collaborations, and they stopped doing those. So that's a bummer because I was like just such a huge fan of Revolution, and I miss what it was. And I don't really get why.
Again, when you have a good thing going, what sparks something in their brain to say
they had a shit? How much space they had in Ulta?
And now
they had as much as Elf.
And to see how much they've downsized is really, I mean, that is sad.
Mm-hmm.
To go from like basically the equivalent of like a 1, 2, 3, like a 4
bay,
a almost. 4 bay to a 1 bay.
I know.
That's a lot of space. You're getting rid of a lot of product like doing that. So
rough.
That clearly was saying that nothing sold.
I know.
In that time, which is really
wild. I get it
because
to a degree, a lot of it was getting rid of those, how should I say, like
shitty eyeshadow palettes.
And all of those other palettes, girl. It was the NYX circa 2010.
The chocolate bar eyeshadow palette.
The harvested, the dupe shit, all of the, and even like the NYX, like the contour palette from NYX back in the day. That was like the 6 circles. That was like ash, like with the wax covering on top of it that didn't even like have any pigment, like that. But back in the day, that shit ate because that's all we had.
Do you remember the highlighting palettes from Revolution? The 2 different ones. I still have them.
Do you? Okay. On that note, perfect segue to close out the episode. This will be out this week. and our beauty video, our long 2-hour beauty video got delayed because Kevin was sick last week. So it's actually coming out tomorrow when you're watching this. I was thinking, I'm like, oh, what should, because I had a couple ideas, but then it dawned on me, with your collection, bitch, why don't we do 2-hour our beauty video that we're going to film of all
discontinued makeup?
Diva, all of that iconic discontinued makeup, the modern renaissances, if Kevin has it, it's historical.
It's historical. It is.
And I'm talking, Diva, I will put expired makeup on my face.
I
Lip
have
foundation, anything. Full face, even if it breaks me out, I want like a full face of archaic, historical makeup to reuse all this shit. And I figured say less because I know you haven't, even you, that's what just reminded me of you saying it. That palette, Diva. I told you about that palette back in the day. That gold and silver.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That shit. And I wish I kept a lot of that, girl.
Oh, my God.
I didn't know. I thought it was, again, we were like, this is going to be like this forever.
One of these days, we have to film a beauty video in my beauty room.
Yes, girl.
Eventually. Because now that's...
Because do you know how many iterations of that video we could do with how much you have?
Yeah.
We could do this 17 times over.
I'm already having trouble thinking about what I'm going to bring to not overwhelm us.
That's what I mean, girl. So we're going to film it. When we're recording this, we're going to record that tomorrow.
I'll FaceTime you tonight.
And we'll pick it all. And we're going to go dive into all of this old makeup and redo it. I want shit that's, even if it's the wrong shade, whatever, we'll make it work. Like stuff expired. I want... liquid lips.
Oh, I have.
You're like, guys, you don't know about him. You don't know about her. Like shit. Like
Too Faced liquid lips. The old KVD Diva. Liquid lips. I mean, I have things that you wouldn't believe.
Subscribe to Patreon, you know? Because tomorrow this video will be live. On that note, thank you so much for watching, listening to a new episode. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel as well as Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Leave us a 5-star review on those platforms and share this with your friends, your makeup girlies, your makeup gays, maybe a straight guy, whatever. Wherever you are, we hope you are happy, safe, and healthy. And remember,
you are beautiful.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right, let's go put on expired makeup.